Yes, there is a grandma who is TikTok famous. It goes by the name of Queen Cheryl. And 6 months ago, I had made a video on her and her boy friend.
She give me aroused, I'm telling you, it happens so often.
But there is such a major update that I have to make because they're not just doing this for attention on TikTok. They are pregnant. Yeah, look.
I don't give a I got my mind made up.
Yeah, just settle on that for a second. Really feel it. This couple is about to be mom and dad.
So last time he was trying to tell our story, how we met, I didn't let him. I interrupted him.
I'm sorry, the way that she's talking. And he's 26. That's right, 26. If you were in your 20s, that voice...
I interrupted him.
That voice should be reserved for people who you are not romantically interested in and Miley Cyrus. But when I saw this, I couldn't believe it. So I looked them back up to see how everything was going, and I found some things that are very interesting. By the way, obviously, you might at this point be thinking, Cooper, do you think she's actually giving birth? Do you think that she's pregnant? No, it's a surrogate. I know. And I'm gonna say something crazy here. From the outside, it's still insane. Especially with the context of, in my last video, I highlighted this part of their story. The time that they met. In the original video, when sitting on the couch talking about how they met, they say this.
My very first job, her son was my boss. She would always come up there, get food, and speak to everyone there.
Now, this is very important because what he explicitly says is that while he was working for Cheryl's son at a gas station, he was working for her son, and he says that she would always come up to get food and speak with everyone. And then listen to what's said here.
After 8 years of friendship, they found love through their mutual interest in TikTok.
After 8 years of friendship, they started dancing together on TikTok. 8 years. He's 24 in this video, which would mean he was 15 or 16 when they met. I talked about that extensively in the last video, and now every time they have a public appearance, they talk about it a little bit different. As I was doing research, that first TV appearance is the only time where that's the story that they tell. Like, look right here.
So when I was 15, I worked for her son. I didn't get to know Cheryl then, but when I was 23, I went to a store and I actually got to know her and her name.
So yeah, after a different point in time, after they'd already gained a little bit of attention online and probably a lot of criticism directed at her for, you know, pursuing a 15-year-old. He says when he started working there, he was 15. So it seems like they've changed their story where, yeah, I worked for her son, but I didn't know her. It wasn't until I was 23 that I met her and learned her name. But in his first appearance, he said that she would come up all the time to eat and talk to everyone. And the text at the bottom of the screen there says that he lost his virginity to his 62-year-old wife, which by his story would mean at 23. But given the context that we know that they were actually friends since he was 15, so buckle up and get ready because we're going to dive deep into the sequel to that original video. They revealed to Cheryl's daughter that they are having another kid. So this is like the precursor because we know modern day they are pregnant with the surrogate. I mean, that's still, that's mom and dad, and her being mom and dad with a boy that she met when he was 15, and she was what, 54, 56, and they're having a kid together? That grandma is a predator.
This is 24-year-old Karan, and he fell in love with 61-year-old Cheryl. The pair bonded due to their mutual love of TikTok and garnered much attention due to their 37-year age gap.
I'm sorry. I don't want to be, I'm sorry. Girl, that hair is not for you. Girl, you are not Judy Garland. You're Diddy. And seeing the kiss, knowing with the context, like, okay, he's 24, okay. It's cool that they met when he was 15. It's like Aaron Taylor Johnson and that old freak. These days, the only thing I think of when I look at Sam Taylor Johnson is wah. Certified pedophile. Wah. Leave it alone. Anyways, Queen Cheryl is worse. Do you realize how worse you have to be worse than Sam Taylor Johnson?
Granny, stop hitting on your great-grandson.
But undeterred by the internet trolls, Cheryl and Karan recently tied the knot.
We got married, the water was running beside us, it was very beautiful.
Congratulations. I don't know. Whatever. Oh my God, we got married. Everybody say it. Well, you're a victim. Let that boy go. We're gonna keep watching.
I'm still a mom. It never stops. So why shouldn't I have another child?
Oh, I don't know, because your other child is already 80 years old with one foot in the grave. I'm already a mom. Do you hear yourself? I think I'll have another baby again. You lost your mind? You can't just have babies when you're an elderly freak. Elderly people are not freaks. Elderly people are fine. Elderly people who hit on 15-year-old boys, are freaks. You don't get to have another kid when you have a 15-year-old that you picked up in the back of a aquarium like you're Natalie Portman. Sorry, not Natalie Portman, Julianne Moore. May December was a really good movie. Charles Melton really should have got nominated for an Oscar. And I hate this. Oh my God.
I proposed July 30th. They made it very special, my TikTok fans, because they donated over $3,000 on Cheryl's ring in one day.
First of all, he said he proposed on July 30th. That's one day before my birthday. Feliz cumpleaños para mí. Feliz cumpleaños. And if you were one of the TikTok users who donated to get them $3,000 for her to get an engagement ring, you were an accessory to a crime. You out of your mind?
So I was nervous due to the fact that I'm going to propose to her. I looked at her and immediately started crying. I was like, I want to spend the rest of my life with you.
Man, I got bad news. The rest of your life? The rest of her life? Yeah, you got a month? I'm sorry. By the way, I know she's only 64. 64 is not old. But they were lying about when she met him, so am I supposed to believe that this woman is 64? Shouldn't be making fun of anybody's looks. I'm sorry. Whoever gave her that hair, Queen Cheryl, I hate you, but you better walk your ass back in that salon and ask for a damn refund. That's not the face of a 64-year-old woman. I'm sorry. I'm not saying this to be rude. I'm saying it because I'm genuinely, I don't, like, where's the birth certificate? Where's the birth certificate at Obama? Obama!
I was ecstatic. It was one of the best days of my life.
What it look like? Come on, girl, you gotta show it.